What a good catch, Whitney. You're like, man, we got some fun stuff, and no one, just the maid heard it.
It's fine. There will be more fun things.
Cool. Whitney Wright, adorable. You look. How do you look this good at friggin'? What is it? 10 in the morning? It's 1. No, it's 12:30.
I woke up at 6:30 because of planes leaving every 2.5 seconds from Vegas, and they literally fly over the Hard Rock. So yeah, I got up, took a shower, got my makeup, and I'm here and I have my coffee.
How long does it take you to get ready for like a day like today?
Oh, it just depends, on how on the ball I am. Just my hair. There's so much extensions in here.
There are?
Yeah, feel them. They're sewn into that bitch.
Oh my god!
They are in there.
I used to have these extensions. It was I used to be a blonde. I dye this red, just because I want people to know that I'm crazy right away. But I used to have blonde hair, and I had these Jessica Simpson extensions. It was half a head, and you pick it up. You pick it up, and you just clip it all into the back. And I loved them. I thought they were so fun. And but these you can't even tell. They look much like just your hair.
Thank you. They are the best, Malaysian hair I think I could probably buy. So,
are you nominated for anything this year?
Am I? I'm nominated.
I'm sure they can hear us over the planes because these mics are good. Yeah,
I forget. It's covered in my.
This is a professional setup, Whitney. I've really remembered everything.
It's covered in my 2 pounds of hair. I'm nominated for Female Performer of the Year.
Wow, that not the biggest one?
Yeah, it's the biggest. It's my 2nd year in a row to be nominated. So I'm
that's a big deal.
I know, humble brag a little bit.
This is the best actress of the Oscars. Is it not the main
Well, they
award?
have an actual best actress award, but I mean, for Female Performer of the Year, you kind of have to do it all and stand out of thousands of girls. It seems like.
What do you think made you stand out this year?
I work really hard because I always joke around that I have this. What is it?
Awesome vagina.
Awesome vagina, yes. That's the joke. No, this imposter syndrome thing.
Girl,
so you have to
me too. With comedy, I'm constantly fighting the voice in my head that says, you're not good enough. Why are you doing this? What nerve do you have going out there?
Exactly. And everyone's going to figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
And then you'll be found out to be a fraud. But no, I work really hard, and I've always wanted to whatever I'm doing, be the best at it. Not the best out of everyone, but the best that I can be. So that's how it started with performing, and I just wanted to, be the best performer. And then after that, I got signed to one of the best agencies for adult that you can be with, which was Spiegler.
Spiegler, okay.
Yeah, he's the best. He only takes a certain amount of girls.
Wow.
He's been doing this for years, just renowned. So, and all the, the girl who just won Female Performer of the Year for the past 2 years, Angela White, she's with him, he has, all the big names, but,
Yeah, so, in the comedy world, that would be, a William Morris, or, goddamn, I wouldn't know, because I'm not part of them.
No.
One day, I'll get there.
That's what I keep saying. One day, I'm gonna be, up there with, everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that's how it started, and then after that, I just really wanted it so badly that I was just gonna put in everything I had, and then now I'm directing, and
wow,
yeah. So it's nice to see my name because a lot of my movies. So not only did I get personal awards best gangbang, best all girl group sex scene and stuff, and then that big one, but I got a lot from my movies, and I just started directing this year. And that feels so good because I feel as a female director, you do, especially when you're a performer, because a lot of people, I've always heard the joke that, not the joke, but the, condescendingness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that female performers turn directors, they're just there for the name, a figurehead director.
Really?
Just so they can sell the movie or whatever. But, so that, I guess that's what made me want to work hard and be more involved in every aspect of it, so that I could prove to, I guess, myself and everyone else that I'm new and I still have a ton to learn, but like seeing my name and my movies nominated like with Best Dramatic Screenplay alongside others that have been directing for like over 15 years.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like
kind of heady. You're kind of like, wow, like child prodigy. Not like you're a child, but
No, thank you. Yeah, but it's nice. It feels fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep making movies.
Can you direct and also be in it? Or 'cause
A
I
lot
know
of
that-
people do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of people do. I don't, because and I feel like you can and be taken seriously, but I guess it goes back to my whole thing, like I don't feel like I'm going to be able to put 100% of my mind into directing if I'm also having to perform and watch my poses and everything, and I'm not seeing the monitors.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So I haven't performed in anything that I've directed.
Do you ever watch back your what you record, your scenes, and do you ever, because I know with comedy, like I tape all my sets and I listen back and I listen for like what's not funny, and then I try to take it out, or I try to rewrite a joke or something. So do you ever watch your own work and go like, do you ever critique yourself?
I do that in kind of both things. Like, so I'm not the editor of my films. I have another editor for that, but I'll definitely look at stuff that I've recorded and lines that I've written out, because I have a lot of like processes that my script goes through, because I direct for two companies. One is Gamma and one is Missa X. And for Missa X, I write all of the scripts myself.
Wow.
It's nice getting that kind of freedom. But then once I have written it, I'll read it out loud so I can be like, okay, that's too wordy, I can take that out, and everything else. And then I work with the actresses and the actors and stuff that are in my movies, and like I'll hear them, rehearse it, and if something sounds weird, then we'll change it or take it out. So it goes through a lot of processes. But yeah, I definitely look out for that in both directing and then my own performance, because I really love acting. And I went to an acting studio that I absolutely loved, and I'd love to go back. I just haven't had time. But yeah,
Was that in LA or what studio?
It was Spicer and Sturge's studio, which I love. I absolutely love, and they have a great guest teacher that comes every once in a while who teaches improv.
Oh, so, cool! I did improv. I did it for like 5 years before I did stand up.
I didn't do it for nearly that long. I think I did 5 classes of it.
That's enough,
but
girl.
It's hard.
Sometimes it's like a money trap too, because each of these classes is like $400, and like I only was able to do it because I was like living at home at the time, and I would like commute into the city, and but then I feel like the only people who make money doing improv are TJ and Dave, who you see like on the Sonic commercials, like the two guys.
Oh yeah,
that's really it.
But it does help you, I feel like, with like the quickness and stuff. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like when you're writing a script, do you ever base it off of your real life, or do you ever write like from a fantasy place, like, oh, I would love to see this happen, or viewers would like, I think they would fantasize about this scenario?
Oh, all the time. I write stories like if there's a conflict between like a husband and wife or anything. Like I was going through some shit with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and if there was ever like a rougher point in like our relationship, I would just put that in the movie, and he'd be like, "Is that about me?" And I'm like, "No, not at all, not at all." But yeah,
but she was calling him my name. No, I mean that's just a coincidence.
It just worked for his look. But I use that a lot, and I feel like a lot of other writers do, because I feel like pulling from experience is really like one of the best things that you can do. I feel like it makes it more real, and I pull inspiration from like other movies and stuff all the time too, like emotion and like shot ideas that I want. So yeah, in a lot of my writing I use that. And as for fantasy, not really. A lot of my scripts, if not all of them, are really taboo. And
like what?
Well, sometimes I have to do like the stepson, stepmom.
That's so hot right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's loving the faucest.
They do.
I learned that word yesterday, faucest.
Faucest. Yeah, I know. They do. They love it. And, I'm not going to knock it because it sells better than anything, I would say. I swear, especially like on like a few of the sites, sells like hotcakes. They love like the stepmom, stepdad, or stepmom, stepson, or stepmom, stepdaughter even.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I really love like the taboo stuff, but I'm really learning a lot about what can work in porn and what can't, because I love writing fucked up shit, but at the end of the day, I have to remember, like, okay, people need to be able to jack off to this, so I can't make it too fucked up. And I did one that was like a stepmom, stepson scene where the stepmom poisons the stepson in the end. Like, he came home for college, and he was like talking about going back to his like cute little college girlfriend and stuff after spring break was over, and she was like, oh yeah, but they used to have a thing, like they used to sneak away on the dad's boat and stuff. And
the stepson and the stepmom.
Yeah, and when she finds out that he's like talking to her on FaceTime and stuff, and like, oh, I can't wait to see you, she like poisons him, she makes him sick. And then she like keeps giving him like soup and tea and stuff, and like, oh, here, like,
feel
cancel
better.
your flight.
And there's just more poison in the soup.
And then of course they have sex and stuff. I tied that in because of course. But then
that's funny. I mean,
that's
funny, but that's really creative.
Yeah, at the end she poisons him because he's like ready to go back, and he's like, no, I'll be fine. Marie will like nurse me back to health or whatever, and she's like basically like the whole like, if I can't have you, no one can. So she just is like gives him the last soup.
She kills him?
Yes. And the members hated it.
Is it called The Last Soup?
No, I forget what it's called, but I loved the idea, and I thought it was great. You know, because like death is so cool, and like to write in your story, but like the members hated it. They were like, I didn't like how she poisoned him at the end. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what, if you didn't, I don't know, I'm like, if you didn't kind of jack off to it at that point, at the very end, because they have sex and then it happens, so I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move this closer. Brittany, if you wanna go sit over there, just so you're not standing. Okay, do you know what time it is right now? Is it 1 on the nose?
7 minutes.
Okay, that's cool. Do you think that was your riskiest scenario that you've, or most taboo, or that you've written, script-wise?
Oh, hell no. I've had ones that are so taboo that people have been like, oh, we absolutely cannot shoot this. It would upset the members. It would upset our shareholders. We can't do this. We're sorry. Maybe if you change it. And then I try to change it a little bit, like, okay, fine. And I change it, and then they're like, it's still too edgy. We need the guns taken out, and like I did one that was kind of like the least offensive way that I could base it around like a mass shooting, kind of.
So there's a mass shooting in the plot.
Yeah. But no one was you weren't gonna see anyone like get knocked over.
Of course, yeah.
But it was gonna be super like uncomfortable, which I loved. But then they were like, oh, hell no, we can't do this. And I was like, okay. And I tried to change it, but then they were like, no, it's still not good enough. Like, maybe she can maybe the girl can find the gun. Like, she goes over to the guy's house beforehand and finds it. And I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna save it.
So it must be frustrating because you feel sometimes creatively stifled in what you would think is an industry that has a lot of freedom.
Yeah, but I get it, because like there's certain things that you can't have in porn because of like bigger companies that have Visa as one of their pay sites and stuff.
Right.
And like if they will, Visa, God bless them. If you're looking at this right now and you're for
Visa, if you're watching.
Like, they are so strict.
Wow.
Like, and they will literally go through everything that you have on your site and be like, take this down or we're not working with you. Take this down, take this down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing from, God, I don't know if it was Trinity St. Clair. One of my other friends was saying that, like, there's certain banks that, like, give you shit or won't pay you, or maybe it was Stoya. Yeah, she was saying that sometimes a certain, like, I don't know if it was Venmo or PayPal, like, one of the pay sites was, like, if they knew that, like, it was going to a porn star, like a cam girl, they would, like, thwart attempts for you to get your money, which is wild.
Probably both of them, really. Like, I have friends that, like, one of my friends who's also in the industry, and I'm paying her to watch my cats while I'm gone, and I was like, okay, I'll just Venmo you. And she was like, Venmo shut me down, just send Apple Pay.
Can you
or
imagine
whatever.
you go, for paying my cats, and then like Venmo's like, this sounds like porn. And you're like,
I
no,
know.
actually for feeding my cats. Like,
I
no,
know,
not my
for
pussy, my
real.
actual kittens.
I know, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll just pay you one way. I'm like, it's shitty, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. But
I
I'm
feel
really
bad.
proud of you. You're crushing it. You're writing, you're directing.
Thank
You've
you.
only been doing it how many years?
I've only been performing since September 2016, and I've only been writing, directing, and producing since March of 2019.
Wow.
Yeah, so really
Good for
recently.
you.
Thank you.
Whitney, where can people find you this weekend?
They can find me at the Adult Time booth. I'm going to be there today from 4 to 8, and then tomorrow and Saturday from 12 to 4, and Twitter and
Yes,
Instagram.
and anything you want to plug, please do.
Twitter, I'm on Twitter. My handle is Whitney Wright X, and that's right with a W. And on Instagram, it's Whitney Wright XO.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I'll go visit your booth.
Yay!
Yay!